What if someone accepted to suffer for your mistakes? And what if he did it just because he loved you, unrequitedly? This is one of the most talked about and deeply impactful stories in human history. This is the story of Jesus Christ, that is, Isa al-Masih. Chapter 1, The Message. About 2,000 years ago, Jesus brought people a different message they had not heard until then. He preached pure love in hearts instead of worldly power and authority. He put aside his desire for revenge and spoke of the nobility of forgiveness. Instead of the destructiveness of hatred, he emphasized compassion and mercy towards all living beings. Jesus said to the people, "Learn to forgive someone even when you are angry with them. Love even those who do you wrong. Show compassion even to your enemies." These words touched the hearts of many people living at that time and gave them hope. However, for some, these powerful and transformative words were a great threat to the existing order. They saw Jesus' teachings as a challenge to their authority. Chapter 2, The Trial. As Jesus' teachings began to spread rapidly, the number of those who opposed him also increased. While the crowds listened to him, his enemies were secretly making plans. Finally, Jesus was arrested and faced grave accusations. A trial began, but it was far from fair. Although his innocence was obvious, Jesus was sentenced to death. The decision made surprised everyone and was seen as a great injustice. Then, crucifixion, one of the most painful and humiliating punishments of the Roman era, was ordered. Jesus died on the cross in great agony. At that moment, for many, it seemed like an end where everything was over and hopes were exhausted. The sky darkened, the earth shook, and everyone was in deep mourning. Chapter 3, Sacrifice. However, according to Christian belief, this event was not a defeat or an end. On the contrary, this was the greatest sacrifice made for humanity. Christians believe that Jesus sacrificed himself for the sins of all humanity. He wanted to free humanity from the bondage of sin by giving his own life. So this event was not a tragedy, but the beginning of a salvation. Jesus' death was the ultimate expression of love and forgiveness. This sacrifice brought new hope and the promise of life to humanity. Chapter 4, Resurrection. And then, 3 days after his crucifixion, an unexpected miracle occurred. Jesus' tomb was found empty, and it was believed that he had risen. This event is the most important and central turning point in Christianity. Resurrection shows that death is not the end, and that there is hope beyond life. This is considered a testament to God's power and Jesus' divine nature. Resurrection offers believers the promise of eternal life and salvation. Chapter 5, Meaning. So, why is this ancient story still so important and powerful today? Because this story carries a universal message. No matter how many mistakes you make, you can be forgiven. No matter how dark your past is, there is always a ray of hope, and love is the strongest force that can overcome all difficulties. This story reminds humanity of the value of compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. For each of us, it is possible to fall and rise again, to forgive and be forgiven. Jesus' message continues to resonate in hearts, transcending time and space. Closing. This story is not just a matter of faith for millions of people, but also a guide for life. It guides them, inspires them, and gives them strength in difficult times. So what do you think about this? What does this story of sacrifice and resurrection personally mean to you? What do you feel about the place of this message in today's world? Don't forget to share your thoughts and comments with us below. Every comment helps us understand this important issue more deeply. If you like this video and think it added something to you, please don't forget to like it. Also, you can support us by subscribing to our channel for more similar content. With your support, we will continue to produce more stories and inspiring content. Thanks, and see you in the next video.